How did elite American universities, Yale, Columbia, Smith, Wellesley, end up with thousands of nude photos of their students? And why did those students strip naked in the first place? Every incoming freshman had to stand naked on a pedestal while someone photographed them from 3 angles. It was mandatory. The justification? Posture. You see, in the name of posture, elite institutions used pseudoscience to control and categorize people. And this pseudoscience story centers on one man, Dr. William H. Sheldon. Throughout the 20th century, he built a system that classified every human body into 3 types: fat, fit, and nerd. On these body types, Sheldon convinced your body type determined your entire psychology. He created elaborate charts plotting every body type on an Illuminati-looking diagram. Each type got a personality profile. Each type got compared to animals: great owls, walking sticks, mosquitoes, dogs, etc. And for each type, he had nude photographs. Life magazine published his work right next to Tide ads in 1954. This was mainstream science. So how did we get here? Well, 3 massive social anxieties collided at once. First, Darwin's theory of evolution had just gone mainstream. People looked at images like March of Progress and saw posture as literally evolutionary. Standing upright separated humans from apes. Sheldon and others turned this into a new form of phrenology. Phrenology used to claim head shape determined psychology. Maybe it sounds stupid, but a century ago, people were convinced that the size of the head to determine the level of intellectual development of a person. Now they claimed body shape and posture did the same thing. Second, mechanization was exploding. Factories needed efficient workers. Schools started teaching that bodies should work like machines. A plumb line dropped from your ear should pass through your shoulder, hip, knee, and ankle. Perfect vertical alignment. One university used a device called a thoracimeter to measure students down to the millimeter. Body as machine, posture as mechanical efficiency. Third, college enrollment was exploding. Schools needed to prove higher education wasn't ruining students' health, especially women, because people genuinely worried that college would damage their bodies. Physical educators needed research agendas. Schools wanted to train students to look like proper Smith girls and Yale men. Moral uprightness became literal uprightness. Sheldon saw his opportunity. He photographed 200 delinquent youth naked in the 1940s. He claimed he was doing biologically oriented psychology. He was really building a morphological zoo of human bodies. Then universities adopted his methods everywhere. Posture exams became mandatory at dozens of elite schools. Here's how it worked at the University of Oregon. Enter the examination room, proceed to the dressing booth, strip completely naked, stand on a pedestal, get photographed from 3 angles. If your posture wasn't perfect, remedial exercises. This happened at Yale, Columbia, Princeton, Wellesley, Smith. Thousands and thousands of students, all photographed nude, all photos kept in university archives. Meanwhile, the commercial world jumped in. The American Posture League launched publicity campaigns claiming bad posture would lead to deadly diseases. Chiropractors ran posture pageants. Shoe companies sold posture-rated footwear. The corset industry, which should have died, found new life selling posture correction. They published pamphlets asking, "Which are you?" A rounded question mark, ungraceful, lacking vim, or a living exclamation point, alert, courageous, trim. Standing straight meant you were a better person. Slouching meant you were lazy, weak, degenerate. This went on for decades. Freshman after freshman, stripped and photographed. The photos piled up in university archives, thousands of them. Future presidents, CEOs, Supreme Court justices, all naked on pedestals, all filed away. Nobody questioned it. Then in 1995, a New York Times reporter started asking questions. Why did Yale still have these photos? Why were they never destroyed? Who else knew? The expose dropped like a bomb. Dozens of colleges had massive caches of nude posture photographs. Students who were now in their 60s and 70s discovered their naked photos had been sitting in university basements for decades. Universities panicked. They scrambled to destroy the evidence. Most of the photos were shredded within weeks. Some schools claimed they'd already destroyed them years earlier. Others refused to comment. The photos are mostly gone now, but the legacy never left. We still buy ergonomic chairs and posture correctors. We still judge people who slouch. We still equate how you hold your body with who you are as a person. William Sheldon had another hobby besides photographing naked students. He collected coins. He wrote a whole book about categorizing them. He could look at a piece of metal and decide if it was good or bad. But people aren't coins. You can't plot humans on a chart and decide their worth. Yet we still do it, just with different measuring tools. The posture panic of the 20th century was about control, controlling bodies, controlling morality, controlling who got to be considered upright. And every time you judge someone for slouching, every time you equate posture with virtue, you're carrying forward Sheldon's legacy. The photos are gone, but the panic isn't.